guys, my name is Michael Watson and today I'll be telling you about the chorus audio effect in Ableton Live. So I've got this clip of a sine wave that's just looping and I've pulled in my chorus audio effect from my browser. And if I activate it, you'll hear the difference. It kind of reminds me a little bit about those cheesy Halloween ooh type melodies. So I thought it would be fitting to start October with this audio effect. So chorus is an audio effect that typically adds extra signals to your incoming signal to make it sound like it's got a bit of vibrato on it, and often it also widens the sound a little bit. Chorus effect uses two parallel time modulated delays to create chorus and flanging effects. So the word chorus here kind of means to thicken. Once I've gone through all these controls, I'll demo them and then you can hear how these different parameters affect the sound. So looking at the plugin over here, you've got this kind of graphic display where you've got this yellow button that you can pull, which changes your amount and rate at the bottom over here. You've got this multiply by 20 button. You can change your polarity, feedback, dry wet knob, and then your delay 1 and your delay 2 on the left refers to your two signals that you can play with in this chorus effect. And these guys are responsible for creating that thickening effect. Each delay has its own delay time control, so over here you can decide in milliseconds if it's going to have a long delay or short delay. Same on the right side over here, and you can also change a high pass filter over here. So a greater high pass value lets only very high frequencies through this delay as opposed to a low value, which allows a bit more low end through as well. Under delay 2, you can see you've got three different modes. You've got off, fix, and mod. When off is activated over here, only delay 1 is audible. In fix mode, only delay 1's time will be modulated. So this time over here, doesn't matter what you set it to, it will be fixed, but your delay 1 time will change. And when mod is activated, delay 2 will receive the same modulation as delay 1 over here. Now just a little quick tip, if you want to set both delay lines to delay 1's delay time, you can just turn on this equals button over here, which is your link button. And this is especially useful if you want to change both delays with a single gesture. So if I pull this one on the left up, you can see the right one moves as well, and vice versa. Okay, now here in your modulation tab, you've got your XY controller, and this is what's responsible for the motion in your sound. You can change your modulation rate for these delay times over here by either putting a number in by your keyboard, so click on it in, let's say, 6 milliseconds, or you can just click and hold and drag with your slider, or you can actually move this little yellow ball and it changes your rate and your amount. The horizontal axis over here is your rate and your vertical axis is your amount. Now clicking this times 20 switch multiplies the modulation frequency by 20 to achieve more extreme sounds. So you're not going to see the new rate over here under amount, but if something's sounding really extreme and you're thinking, but it's only 0.28 milliseconds, then just check, well, is your times 20 activated? If so, it's going to be a lot more than 0.28 milliseconds. So your amount is just how much modulation is going to take place, and your rate is how fast things are moving. So whether you're going to have super quick little vibratos or really long drawn out ones. And then on the right, starting from the bottom, you've got your dry wet knob, and your dry wet knob determines how much of your incoming signal you want affected by this chorus audio effect. Then you've got your feedback control, and this determines how much of the output signal feeds back into the input. So you've got your signal, it's going through your chorus, and then if you've got feedback, then say for instance it's 47, then 47% of the signal that's coming out is going back into the chorus, and then that 47% goes through here, and then 47% of that 47% goes back until it's done. So just be careful if your feedback is really high. So luckily you cannot put it on 100% here, it's capped at 95%, but hypothetically if it were at 100%, you'd have a constant feedback loop, and that can get really dangerous because it just creates this infinite loop and the amplitude just gets louder and louder, and then something breaks. And the polarity sets the polarity. So the polarity changes have the most effect with high amounts of feedback and short delay times. And I'll sample that just now so that you can hear. But basically this will determine whether your polarity is this way or this way. Now if you go to your title bar of your chorus effect and you right click or control click, and at the bottom here you see I've got this thing called crisp, and it's got a tick next to it. By enabling your crisp option, you can improve the sound quality, particularly at higher frequencies. And by default, this is enabled unless you're loading sets that use chorus and were made in earlier versions of Live. You can obviously take it away, but it does affect the audio quality. Alright, so let's give it a spin. And as always, make sure you experiment. If you're not getting the sound you want, play around with the controls. But instead of aimlessly guessing and trying controls, it always helps to actually know what's going on. And that's why it's so important to know your tools and learn about audio effects. So that's the chorus audio effect. I'll be doing a video like this for all the other audio effects. So if this is interesting to you, please like and subscribe and tell your friends about it. Or don't, keep it a secret. And I will see you guys soon in the next one.